All right, hey everyone, it's Mr. Hutch here, and we're here with another Parker podcast. Today we're going to talk about memories of the 2021 and 2022 school year. All right, thanks for joining us. In front of me, we have Leona, and next to her is Peyton, both 7th graders at Parker Middle School. Your memories of the school year, how would you, what pops into your head, Peyton? We'll start with you.
When we won our first volleyball game against Harbor Creek.
Okay, so tell us about your sort of like volleyball journey that makes volleyball a fun memory for you.
I like hanging out with the team, and we get along together well.
Okay, and Leona, like your thoughts on volleyball, because this was a memory of yours as well.
I just liked how we all were always like there for each other.
Yeah.
Because like the team aspect of it.
Now, between you and 8th grade, you guys had a better record, right? Mm-hmm. Do you know what your record was by chance?
No idea.
I think we were either 5-5 or 6-6.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Did you grow quite a bit as a team?
Totally.
Yeah.
So it makes sense that was a good memory. Well, thanks, girls. All right, so now we're here with Hayden, and we're realizing that sometimes memories are silly stories or moments. So Hayden, what's your memory of this year?
Well, when I was in Miss Baca's class for social studies, we had a sub. I forget his name, but Preston was in there, and during our off time when basically mostly everyone was done with their work, he just started breaking out in song, just singing random things, and he even got the teacher to sing at some parts. But what ended up happening is he pulled up Never Gonna Give You Up by Rick Astley.
Of course.
I'm sure all of you know that. And they started singing it, and then I forget if the teacher started singing it either, but I ended up pulling out my kazoo.
Because you just carry kazoos with you all the time, or what?
Yes, they're very versatile.
Okay.
Keep one on you at all times.
Like it's just in your back pocket and you have
sweatshirt
it?
pocket.
Okay. Have you ever sat on and crushed your kazoo?
Nope.
Okay, good. All right, continue your story.
But yeah, Preston ended up starting to sing the lyrics of Never Gonna Give You Up, pulled out my kazoo, started playing along to the rhythm too. Someone actually got it on video. I got it sent to me, but I think the file was too large, so I couldn't even keep it, which was unfortunate.
That's awesome. I love that. So good memory of the year.
Yep.
Very, very cool. Thanks. All right, in front of me now I have PJ, who for some teachers goes by Portland, and Kellen. And what's your memory of this school year?
Well, mine would be the football championship game for the 7th and 8th grade team.
Okay, now both of you did this football thing, right? Even though that may not have been your memory. Okay, so what's memorable about that?
I would just say the overall season and meeting new players and creating that bond with teammates.
You guys have played for a long time together, right?
Yeah.
Does that make a difference with how successful you are at
like
this?
team chemistry?
Yeah, all that kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Because we've been playing on different teams, football, baseball, basketball, for so many years, we kind of know each other's play style.
Yeah. So what was special about that particular thing that makes it a memory for you this year?
Well, the thing is, Kellen didn't start till later in the season, so I was kind of surprised when he started. And he wasn't really one of the main receivers that I would throw to. We were more so of a running team.
Because he's so short.
Yeah.
In fact, extremely short. So we couldn't really showcase much of what we knew about each other or the play styles.
Okay. And your memory was what, Kellen?
It was the basketball championship game.
All right, and both of you did this as well too,
Yep.
right?
Yeah, we both started.
What's special about that memory, like for you?
Well, just the feeling of being on the court with the electrifying feeling and the overflowing crowd just cheering, and your ears are like you can't hear at all, and it's just hard to run plays.
I'm assuming you guys didn't lose a ton then?
What do you mean?
I'm assuming you were successful?
Yeah.
Well, it was a pretty close game.
Yeah, that's awesome. In front of me is Dan. Next to him is Cohen. And across from Cohen is Jackson. Guys, what is your memory of the school year?
All right, so our memory was a home basketball game against kind of a rival of us, Harbor Creek. And we had a bunch of students from our grade come and watch us. It was just a very neat game.
Is Harbor Creek a team that you played before and lost?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a big deal that you won it.
Yeah.
Is that what made it a special memory
Well,
for you then?
we beat them, and we had like all of our friends were there. They were kind of helped us win. They motivated us, and they were cheering loud.
Yeah. Okay, so Dan and Jackson, same reason for this memory or something different?
Also because I had my career high that game, so it was kind of a special moment for me separately.
What do you mean by that?
I scored the most points I've ever scored in a game.
Oh, cool. Do you remember what it was?
21.
Yeah, that's awesome. Very
Yeah.
cool. What about you? Same reason or different?
My reason was like the locker room after the game. Everyone just like sprinted through the doors, and we all started yelling and jumping. It was great.
Yeah, that's awesome. So just tell me real quick about the team itself. What was this a good year for the team?
Decent.
Yeah.
It was a decent year. Yeah.
Okay, so mostly the memory was literally like this one game was a big deal
Yeah.
for you. Very cool. All right, thanks. All right, next to me we have Ava. Ava, tell us what your memory was of the school year.
So we were in class with a substitute teacher, and we were like working on assignments and stuff, but we like weren't really working at all. And we were listening to music for our presentation that didn't end up going in the presentation, so it was kind of useless. But we were listening to the Titanic theme song and singing along with it, and it was fun.
All right, so we have Avenel and Ella. What is your memory?
The English Festival.
The Youngstown State English Festival. All right, why is that a special memory to you?
I think mostly the bus rides was really fun, and like seeing people out of school and like in a different environment was really cool.
We really packed the bus, didn't we?
Yeah.
I'm glad I got to drive. I got to have my own seat. What about for you, Avenel?
It was just spending all that time with people and I've never really spent with outside of school, and being able to like see people in a different environment and how they act.
Yeah, because it was so neat, because it was tons of other schools, but they're all eighth graders or in that range, I think, right?
Yeah.
So, and what's cool is like you all read the same books and are meeting these authors and things like that. So you had some like common things to talk about. So pretty cool. All right, thanks. All right, we have Maddie. Maddie, what is your memory, good or bad, of the school year?
It was our first day without masks.
Yeah, so I'm trying to think like how long we did masks.
A long time.
It just feels like forever.
Yeah.
And then like describe that day. Like why was that something that sticks in your head?
Well, it was strange 'cause, like the night before, it was kind of like, you know, this whole thing that's been going on. It was like, never mind, you're good now. And then walking in and being like, oh my God, am I the only one who's wearing a mask? Like thinking it's going to be like a clothing thing, but it's
Yeah.
the thing that was like protecting you for so long. And now it's very like casual. And it was like, oh wow, I don't need this. It's okay.
So I had this like weird, like, I don't know, this worry every time I walked in the building, like I was forgetting to put it on. Like, did you experience that too, where like you walked in, you're like, oh crap, I don't have it. Wait, I don't have to wear it.
Yeah, well, I walked to the bus stop, so I walked with my brother, and I was like, you know, walking and stuff, and I was like, oh my God, I don't have my mask. And then he was like, it's fine. And it's okay.
Yeah,
So,
it took me a
it
long
was
time
weird.
to not have that feeling of forgetting my mask for a while. So cool. I think that's a memory probably so many people can relate to, whether they still wear a mask or not. The moment where you could choose was this interesting defining moment for people. Hey, thanks. Yeah. All right, so let's talk about something a little bit more serious. Abe's memory of the year. Go ahead and explain this, Abe.
When the one day, I don't remember what the specific day was, but we had that, like, it was near the end of the day. We had that threat of the bomb, and
yeah, so there was just this like book bag laying in the hall or something, right?
Yeah, I didn't know, like, or nobody knew that it was like a bomb at that point in time.
Right.
Or it wasn't, but like at that point nobody knew anything.
Because they
that
just
much about it.
made an announcement where like it's time, early dismissal, time to go.
Oh yeah, they did. Yeah.
Right. And what was that like? Like, describe that memory.
It was weird because like I had just heard about like the stuff going on in Erie High, and I was like, oh wow, is this gonna be like something like that?
Yeah.
Then when I heard people talking about that, it wasn't really. So I was like, okay, well then this is just like a weird thing that we're doing. So,
Yeah.
you know.
And then at what point did you decide it was serious or not serious, or?
I thought it was serious when people were like taking it seriously, and they weren't like, oh wow, we're just doing this like funny thing at the high school. They were
Yeah.
like being serious. I was like, what's going on? They're like, we think there's a bomb in the school, and I was like, whoa.
Because even the teachers, we didn't quite know right away what was going on. We just were it was pretty calm in general, I felt like. Did
Yeah.
you think so too?
Yeah. I
Even
think
though
so.
we didn't know what was really going on.
Yeah.
But
Nobody was like screaming their heads off.
Right.
Or, like, yeah.
And I feel like we did get to the high school like really quickly and then like figured stuff out from there. But yeah, that's an interesting memory, I think, that relates to a lot of people that at least were here for that. So
Yeah.
cool. Thanks for sharing that.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, in front of me, we have Logan. Logan, what is your memory of the school year?
It's of this girl named Abby Gula falling.
What do you mean by this girl?
She is my girlfriend.
At this moment in time,
At
and
this
maybe
moment,
forever. We
yeah.
don't know really, right?
Yeah, hopefully.
Hopefully. All right, so go ahead. Tell the story about this girl, Abby Gula.
Let's paint the picture first.
Okay.
So we're in front of the cafeteria right next to Mr. Moat's tech ed room.
Yeah.
I think that's the north.
Yeah, I think you're right. The
And
one with no windows.
This was like right when it's super busy in the hall, like everyone's changing classes. And she's got all her stuff. She's carrying all her stuff. She's got like both arms wrapped around her stuff and like pressed against her. She's walking, and I think her friend Emma tripped her. And it was not a very graceful fall. It was she like tripped, fell to her knees, didn't want to like face plant, couldn't get her arms out fast enough.
Oh, because they were like wrapped up in her stuff.
And it was just I saw it from behind, and it was she like hit her knees and like slowly fell forward like a tree, falling over.
Did she instantly start laughing or? Like,
no, she got up bright red and just like waddled to her class.
But you did explain that you're behind her. So did you start laughing?
I did, yeah.
And then did you have to pay for laughing later, or was that cool?
No, she still kind of holds a grudge against me for laughing, but
that's awesome.
We get over it.
That is a fun memory. I like that, though. All right, cool. Thanks for sharing that.
Yep.
All right, we're here with Chief over here. Tell us what your memory is of the school year.
So I went to the science competition at Penn State with Mr. Yan, Mrs. Barzik, and this high schooler.
And we're talking about like Penn State, Maine, right?
Yeah.
You, like take a giant bus there or whatever.
Yeah.
What was special about that?
Probably playing Clash with Mr. Yan on the bus.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's a fun memory. Now, were there a ton of people there too?
On the bus or like
at Penn State?
Yeah, they said it. I'm pretty sure they said it was about 3,000.
Holy cow. So, and these are all people, this is technically states for what's the event called?
PJS.
Yeah, that's awesome. Really, really cool memory. I like that. All right, thanks.
Yeah.
All right, so now I have Sam and Maeve. What is your memory of this school year?
Our memory is the first day coming back without people's masks on, so the masks were off and we could see everybody's faces again.
And an 8th grader mentioned that same memory. Obviously, it reaches a lot of people. Why is that a memory for you, Sam?
I don't know. It was just like weird seeing everyone, but it was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Like some people had braces, and it was just like different. I don't know.
Yeah, I ran in that too, where all of a sudden it was like a kid was like, "I got my braces off." I'm like, "I didn't even know you had braces."
Yeah.
Do you feel like people have been judged on their choice afterwards, or not really?
Probably.
Do you think so?
Probably a little bit, but I mean, maybe just a little bit of teasing, but nothing too bad. I mean, everybody kind of just went with it.
Yeah.
It was like the majority of us took our masks off, and who didn't want to do that, they didn't have to. And it was just everybody kind of respected that decision.
Yeah, cool. Well, thanks. All right, we have Josh with us now. Josh, what is your memory of this school year?
When our wrestling team won the Harley Davidson duels in Du Bois.
Why is that a memory that you're holding on to here?
It was just a big tournament in the season, and it was nice that we got to win it.
Okay, and you're talking about the whole team winning it?
Yeah, it was a dual tournament.
Okay, what does that mean, a dual tournament?
It's where everybody wrestles a weight, and we wrestle the opposing team, everybody at their weight, and they do points off of like pins, tech falls, major decisions, and decisions, and they add up the points, and whoever has the most points just wins.
Okay, so if your team is not supporting each other and holding their own weight, then the team fails.
Yeah.
So is this one of the reasons it was a good memory for you? Everyone did their job?
Yeah, it was a really good team effort.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right, cool, thanks. All right, we have Seb now with us. Seb, what's a memory of this school year for you?
So when I look back on my 8th grade year, I'm probably going to, and I'll honestly remember the program we're in right now with you and like all of our enrichment programs, because it's just given me and everyone in this room, I would assume, an experience that they've never had before. Like, creating a podcast in the first place is just something special to me.
Fun.
And, like, we would have never had this opportunity or any of these opportunities without you as a, like, person and a driver for all this and
Cool. That
just
makes me
any of this
happy.
program.
That's nice to hear. Thank you.
Yup.
So likewise, like, it is, like, being a part of that for me even is, like, amazing memory. Like, so many,
Right.
like, if you think about, like, for all of us, like, all the, like, fun random memories, even if I'm yelling at you for throwing Rubik's Cubes or
That was not me.
having phones out or whatever, still fun memories. I love it. I wouldn't pass it up for anything. All right, cool. Thanks, bud. All right, now we have Kyle. Kyle, what is a memory from this school year?
So before the football season ended and before the championship game, we had to play Fort LaBeouf under the lights. I think it was a Wednesday. And it was right before halftime, and I was playing on defense. And it was a pass play, and so the guy was running behind me, and I didn't have the chance to catch up. And I saw the quarterback looking at him, and I knew if he caught the ball, it'd be a touchdown. So I decided to run a little harder, and I ended up catching up to him and intercepting the ball over my shoulder.
Oh, no way. Really?
Mhm.
Wait, like over your shoulder, like you weren't facing that direction
No,
type of thing?
I wasn't.
Holy crap, that's awesome. That's a good memory.
Yeah.
How did the game end up? Do you remember?
We ended up winning.
Did you?
Yeah, we went undefeated the whole season.
That's really cool. Awesome memory. I like it. All right, everyone, that's it for this episode of Parker Podcast. Thanks for joining in. We hope you all had some great memories of the school year, and that's a wrap for this episode.
Parker Podcast out.